Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. The Viking here, of course, and the game is changing. And the first to adapt is Warner Bros. Of course, this year has been unlike any other with the coronavirus, the pandemic, the stay at home, the lockdowns, the vaccine coming into play now and things like that. But theatres have been closed, like a lot of businesses, and a lot of movies have been delayed to 2021, to 2022. Some of the movies that we were looking forward to this year pushed back and pushed back even more. Wonder Woman is finally coming out, but that was pushed back so many times. The Batman pushed to 2022, and that left us in doubt about release dates right now. I know the Suicide Squad is supposed to come out in August 2021, but that could have changed in terms of the virus and things like that again. So we never really knew when these new movies were supposed to come out. They could give us the date, but then there was so much uncertainty behind it. But today, Warner Brothers, Warner Media, HBOMAX has come out with a press release, and it has absolutely changed the game big time. Not only will we get the movies that were supposed to come out in 2021, they will come out on HBO Max, but also come out in theatres wherever you are in the world. And this article that came out, this statement from Jason Kilar, the CEO, absolutely brilliant, and it gets me really excited. So any movie that you're looking forward to in 2021, Matrix, Godzilla v Kong, we will get to see them in 2021, either on HBO Max or on theatres where you are, or it might be licensed to TV companies where you are as well in that capacity, or HBO Max might come out in some places that you are. But this article is pretty exciting. Let's get into it. Okay, so we have big news to share. As many of you know, Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be released worldwide in theatres later this month. In the United States, we will also be making the movie available on HBO Max at no extra cost the same day that Wonder Woman 1984 premieres in theatres. So that's pretty good. That's a good thing, because remember, Disney effed up big time with the Mulan, paying an extra $30 to see it when you already had a Disney Plus. So now if you have HBO Max, you can just sit down, press play, and that's it. So that's pretty brilliant there straight away. That's already a big win. We are announcing today that in the United States, the entire anticipated 17-film 2021 Warner Brothers motion picture slate is going to be released throughout the coming year in theatres and on HBO Max the same day. That's a Warner Brothers motion picture just about once every 3 weeks. So that's absolutely brilliant. Here's some of the films that we will get to see in 2021. They won't push back to 2022. It won't be delayed or anything like that. They either come out on HBO Max or in theatres. The Little Things, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry, Godzilla v Kong, Mortal Kombat, Those Who Wish Me Dead, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. That's part 3 of that trilogy. In the Heights, Space Jam: A New Legacy, of course, with LeBron James. I'm actually looking forward to that one. The Suicide Squad, Reminiscence, Malignant, Dune, The Many Saints of Newark, King Richard, Cry Macho, and Matrix 4 in theatres around the world in 2021. In the United States, we will also be releasing them on the same day on HBO Max at no extra cost for the first month of each film's release. So that's brilliant. So the first month they're going to be on HBO Max. You get to sit down and watch it the day it comes out. And they put out a 43-second video on all their social media platforms. And I actually got emotional watching the video. I actually did. I wrote in the comments on the YouTube channel. It's 43 minutes. It just shows all the movies that are coming in 2021. I don't know why I got emotional, but I just did, because it's pretty well done trailer, but it hypes up the movies that we've been waiting for the last few years, and we'll finally get to see them. So this is part of it as well. As I mentioned in my post from a few weeks ago, we see an opportunity to do something firmly focused on the fans, which is to provide choice. Whether that choice is to enjoy a great movie out of the cinema, to open up HBO Max, or do both. For more visibility and context into our thought process, please do read the post here. So that's Jason Kilar posts a link to that kind of saying he put out a few weeks ago. We are so excited for the year ahead, which for us begins with the release of Wonder Woman 1984 in a few weeks, less than 22 days from now. 17 huge motion pictures are planned to be in both theatres and HBO Max. That's absolutely brilliant. And there's a movie that you get to sit down and watch on HBO Max, but also it's in theatres, like Godzilla v Kong. You can go to theatres and watch it if you're comfortable as well. So that's pretty cool. Or if you love the movie at home and you want to see it in the big screen, you can do that also, which I think is great. And on the subject of HBO Max, there are so many amazing HBO original series and Max originals I'm excited about. The Tiger Woods HBO documentary arriving in January, which is incredible. And this little thing called Zack Snyder's Justice League coming in a few months as well. See how he used Zack Snyder's Justice League? He didn't use the Snyder Cut. So is that the confirmation that we need, that it's going to be called Zack Snyder's Justice League? And also in a few months. So is the predicted date of March, which I did a video on it. Zack Snyder has released Batman v Superman, Sucker Punch, Watchmen, all these kind of movies around that date in March. He loves that date. It's also his birthday month as well. So Maybe March is when it's coming out in a few months, or maybe less, maybe February. Oh, and the return of Succession, which is a pretty good, I heard a lot of good things about that as well. And the highly anticipated Friends reunion. We also have a great new crime drama coming called No Sudden Move from Oscar and Emmy winning director Steven Soderbergh. And then there is more of Easttown starring Kate Winslet, plus the new Gossip Girl, which I think is going to make so many fans go crazy. And okay, I'll stop there, but I have only scratched the surface in terms of the new releases HBO Max has in store. Maybe I should do another post on the bonkers library of movies and series on HBO Max. Before I end this post, I want to say that none of this would be possible without the hard work of so many people at Warner Media. I'm so proud of how amazing this team is, inventing and collaborating on behalf of the customers, blazing new ground with each passing day. As a team, we are all extremely fortunate that we get to do what we do each day, which is to move the world, the fans, the audience through story. We so thoroughly believe in this mission, and we never take this privilege for granted. With thanks, Jason Kilar. Pretty good statement put out by Jason Kilar by Warner Media today. And this is amazing. As I said, the game is changing. Of course, the theatre going experience is dead for now at the moment in some capacity in some places in the world. And that's something that we have to live with. That's something that we have to adapt to. Of course, the vaccine is coming pretty soon. Is it going to be a success or not? Who knows? But the studios can't bank on that being a success, because if they do, it ends up going bad and they're back to square one straight away. They don't know what to do. And it looks like HBO Max coming out at this time is the best possible thing for HBO Max to be a success. Now, I did say before, Zack Snyder's Justice League, there was a lot of pressure put on that as well, because if we wanted more Justice League, Justice League 2 or Justice League 3, we needed it to be a success. We needed to bring subscriptions to HBO Max and get people buzzing. Then with Wonder Woman 84 moving to HBO Max, I thought that was a huge help to Zack Snyder's Justice League. You could promote Zack Snyder's Justice League even more. You could tell people where Wonder Woman's next adventure will come in a few months. You could also bring more people to HBO Max and get them talking about it, which then would lead more people to watching Zack Snyder's Justice League and a possibility of a 2 or a 3. And I'll probably do a separate video on this, but with this announcement, I think Zack Snyder's Justice League is already a success, because people, if they're not interested in Zack Snyder's Justice League, they're going to subscribe to see Gossip Girl or the Friends reunion or Godzilla v Kong and the other products that HBO Max is putting out there. So that's pretty good as well, guys. So for me, this is a big win for Zack Snyder's Justice League. For one, it takes a lot of pressure off Zack Snyder's Justice League to be a bigger success in terms of getting people subscribed to it. And it's pretty good as well, because the critics, the people who hate his movies or hate these movies that are going to be on HBO Max, will not be compared to box office of old. It's going to be a different look and a different aspect where you have to judge these movies on. But this is brilliant. I can't wait. I'm excited for 2021. This is something to look forward to for 2021. I'm looking forward to Matrix 4, Godzilla v Kong. We get to see Wonder Woman 1984 in a few days. I get to see it on the 16th. And Zack Snyder's Justice League in a few months, plus all the other stuff. And that's just 17 movies that were supposed to go to theaters are now coming to HBO Max and in theaters around the world. But also, HBO Max has so much good stuff. The library they have is insane. When they get the licensing for all their shows and movies to finally be on HBO Max forever, then it's going to be some library. You got the Harry Potters, you got the Batman v Supermans, the Dark Knights, you got all these kind of shows. And even the show I've been watching now, The Flight Attendant, is brilliant. That's a HBO Max original. So look, this is great stuff, not only for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but also for movies in general. And it seems to be the new way going forward. And fair play to Warner Brothers, they have adapted to the way the world has gone into right now. My big criticism of studios is they haven't adapted to it. And also my big criticism for HBO Max is they haven't really adapted to the marketing and get people really interested for HBO Max. But now with this, and for people in the US, for the only place for them to see a Godzilla v Kong movie or a Wonder Woman or a Zack Snyder's Justice League is they have to sign up if they're not afraid of going to the theaters. And many people are, and the virus in America is pretty bad. I've seen the new kind of cases go up and stuff like that. But yeah, but for me, if I get to watch it at home, I can do that as well. But again, if theaters are open here, then that's pretty good as well. But this is their plan for the next year. So after 2021, are they going to say, okay, that was a good experiment, now let's get back to releasing them in theaters? I think this could be something for the way going forward. Not just for HBO Max, but for Disney Plus, for Disney as a studio, for all the other studios to license their stuff out to streaming services and maybe have a limited theater release as well. Netflix do it with some movies. They put them out in theaters and they put them on their streaming service. Amazon do it as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So this right here is something that's going to be the history of movies going forward, in my opinion. This isn't just a one and done thing. This is something that's going to absolutely change the game going forward. And like, think about it this way. Can theaters survive now on this kind of this budget per se that they're on of only international? people going to the theatres, but then if people are still afraid to go to the theatres internationally, then what will Warner Brothers do? Will they start putting HBO Max in places that it's not, or will they license it to like the other streaming services or companies that are in contract with HBO? Like we've got Sky here. Will it end up being that Zack Snyder's Justice League, well, not Zack Snyder's Justice League because that was never supposed to be a theatrical release, but say Godzilla v Kong, if the theatrical experience isn't going too well here in Ireland, are they going to license it to Sky so you can buy it through Sky or you can watch it for free through Sky? So I think that's going to be interesting as well. It is pretty bad for the theatres in some capacity, but again, they're giving some hope as well on an international basis, and of course in US if people want to go. But guys, I'm thrilled over this news. 2021 should be pretty good. New content coming every 3 weeks. More stuff to review, more stuff to watch, more stuff to enjoy. Instead of waiting and watching movies that came out a few years ago, we can now look forward to new stuff for everybody. So fair play to HBO Max, Warner Media. They've adapted to the world changing with the coronavirus, and it looks like this could be a big success for them. But again, I'm very happy for Zack Snyder's Justice League, because it will attract more people to the streaming service, and there's less pressure on Zack Snyder's Justice League to be a success. So for me, if I was to say right now, is Zack Snyder's Justice League already a success? Yeah, it is, because if this will get people to sign up and they will watch it, and that creates more social media buzz. So if I was to put money on it right now, would a Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2 happen? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of this whole scenario. Do you think this means that Zack Snyder's Justice League will get a sequel? Will get a third one? Will he get to complete his 5-story arc? Maybe Batfleck? Things like that. Do you think it's a possibility now with all these other big franchises, these big movies, Matrix, Godzilla v Kong, plus much more now going to HBO Max? Do you think this is good or bad for Zack Snyder's Justice League? Do you think it's going to overshadow Zack Snyder's Justice League a little bit as well? But for me, I think it's brilliant. Guys, like, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you already are a subscriber, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. But guys, get in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Follow me on all the social medias. That stuff is in the description, and I'll put the link to this article in the description as well. So guys, have a good day, have some fun, watch something that brings you happiness, and I'm thrilled with this news. I can't absolutely wait, especially for Godzilla v Kong. Batman v Superman 2.0 maybe? I don't know.